Nevertheless, the men rowed hard to bring it to the land, but they could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them. Jonah 1:13. The men in the ship, straining at the oars, are nothing more than your frantic self-effort, your outer thoughts trying to force life to obey you. Yet the sea, your own imagination, rises against them. No amount of muscular pushing can calm a storm born within. Here lies the hidden mystery. The tempest is the creative power of your own being, churning to fulfill the word, the pattern that must become flesh in you. Until you yield Jonah, your old identity, your sense of limitation into the deep, the sea will not obey. You row hard, believing that effort alone can deliver you to the shore of peace. But the shore is the realization of the word unfolding. The word you have spoken upon your life, consciously or unconsciously, has called this storm into existence to reveal your true creative authority. When you see that the sea bows only to your spoken word, you cease the struggle. You become the still point within the whirlwind. Then the waters are stilled, and you stand upon the dry land of your fulfilled promise. This is the indenture that ends in freedom, 400 years of bondage to the body of belief, until the word Jesus Christ, the divine pattern, takes human nature fully in hand, shapes it from within, and ushers you home. Do not fight waves with oars. Know that as the word is in you, the unformed waters obey your quiet decree. Speak the vision, hold to the promise, and the storm will lose its power. Your true self, the word made human, will rise, and the tempest will be a memory of your passage from struggle into rest. Thus the purpose for which the word was sent is accomplished, and you stand on the shore, God knowing you are He. In Jonah 1:13, the sailor's frantic rowing against a stormy sea mirrors our inner tug-of-war between surface will and deeper beliefs. The oarsmen are your conscious mind trying to force change through effort alone. The tempestuous sea represents the submerged reservoir of feelings, assumptions, and self-talk that actually steers experience. No matter how hard you row, think, plan, struggle, until the hidden currents within your psyche are quieted or redirected, progress feels impossible. This verse teaches that outer actions cannot override inner reality. The sea wrought against them because it embodied the unspoken word, the pattern of consciousness, making itself real. Creation always flows from the unseen inward word. When your imagination and feeling life carry a storm of doubt, fear, or resistance, the world you perceive simply reflects that turbulence back to you. True manifestation begins when you still that sea by governing your inner state, by speaking your word, your imagined, felt reality, so that it becomes flesh. Hidden here is your inherent power to master the sea of consciousness. You are not subject to the churning waters unless you consent to them. By deliberately assuming the fulfilled state you desire, you rewrite the underlying pattern, the logos, on which your life is cast. The same divine principle that shaped the storm also obeys your calm, sustained assumption. In that moment, you become the word that stills the tempest, aligning mind and feeling with your intended outcome. Begin by gently observing the stormy belief that churns within you, perhaps the conviction that you are stuck or that nothing will ever work. When you find a quiet moment, allow yourself to vividly imagine the scene that unfolds once you have landed safely on solid ground. Sense the relief coursing through you. Feel confidence settling like a warm embrace, and welcome the joy that arises at the taste of success. Hold this inner picture in full sensory detail for a few minutes, letting every color, sound, and emotion come alive in your awareness. Then, release all outer striving and place your trust entirely in the unseen currents you have set in motion. If self-doubt begins to row back into your consciousness, simply return to that feeling of safety and solidity, allowing this inner conviction to continually reshape the course of your life. By governing the sea of your feeling and assumption in this way, you transmute every crisis into calm, revealing that the divine creative power is nothing other than your own conscious word made flesh.